Nola McDermott, and it's just, yeah, I'm so pleased to be part of this leadership call. Now, the leadership call is with distributors who've chosen to be on the call, who've chosen to become or want to become leaders in their business and build their distributorships. So what we intend doing on this call is to begin with being leaders ourselves. And that's so important. You know, we're not born leaders. We choose to be leaders. We choose to take responsibility in life. And so it's if you're going to get anywhere, you've got to want to lead. And to be a good leader of a team, we first have to be in control of ourselves. We've got to lead ourselves. And that's just what I want to touch on this evening for my little section. You know, our minds, we've got to be in control of our ability, our focus, our vision, our goals, our belief, priorities, self-respect, respect for others, you know, edifying upline, seeing the good in everyone. And then after that, we're going to be hearing a little bit about building your basic skills to be able to lead your team, to have the confidence to do that. And then we'll just hear how far you can actually go with your Neolife business. And so I think you're going to leave here feeling empowered. Well, that's what our plan is. And you're going to leave here wanting to get in touch with your upline, with your leaders to say, okay, I've made up my mind. I want to build. Let's go for it. And be available to them because, and I say to the leaders, please be available to your team as well. And so I want to start off by encouraging you to lean into Neolife. Just lean on this business you've become part of. It's dependable. The products are reliable. And use this business model and the products to get to where you want to go financially and health-wise. You know, in dealing with a lot of people, I realize a lot of people are imprisoned. They're imprisoned with an inferiority complex or victim mentality. And this has a huge, huge impact on decisions we make. And you know, every single person that you come across is going through something. You know, some have extremely tough times, others have other challenges like health issues, family worries, and the list can just go on and on and on. But tough times, life happens, and it's what we do with that that's going to make our futures just a lot easier. And so it's how we deal with it. It's important that we focus on our thoughts and actions. And we have intentions to grow and improve. It's the intentions that you have in that area to grow and improve. It doesn't just happen. You know, it takes time, it takes focus. And so what I'm going to encourage everybody to do is take responsibility of choosing not to be a victim. Sure, you may be very hard pressed, but you're not crushed. You know, we have God's power over our life. We wear his crown. We have choices in life. And this, for us, for Rory and me, this business was an absolute gift from above in our darkest times. We just hung on to the promise of a better future that Neolife gave us because things weren't looking good. And, you know, we live with gratitude, and we learned as much as we possibly could from the people around us. We were like sponges. And, you know, one thing we learned in those days was, if it is to be, it's up to me. Now, we're in networking, so it doesn't mean to say we're alone, but if things are going to improve and you're going to become a leader, if it is to be, it's up to you. It's just, you must take control. And, you know, we are here to help and encourage you. But in the end, it's all about your choices, your mindset, and the activity. So find the reasons why you can. And that's what leaders do in any walk of life, the reasons why you can. You're created God's image with his power. You have a business that is for you, not against you. You have a team around you to uplift you. You are in a safe place to learn and to do. So as I said just now, lean into Neolife. Use the Neolife system. We use Neolife and love people. We don't love Neolife and use people. That's the difference in this business. And so it's very important that. And so I want to challenge you to build your vision right in the beginning. And there are new people on the call. Build your vision. What do you want to have happen? There are old or long-standing distributors. They're not old in years, but distributors have been around a while. Revisit your vision. All the things that you want to have happen in your life, the good things, because, you know, so often we focus more on the bad things that are happening, and we stop focusing on the good things that we want to happen. And so we have to just change that balance. What the vision of what you want to do, what do you want to buy, what do you want to achieve, what places do you want to go to, people you want to help. Understand the steps in your near life. You're going to those steps in this business that you want to take. Understand how to get to your next step, how to get to these steps. Put a date on it and work towards a date. And open your mind and start believing, because this business can, and I promise you, it can give you anything that you want. Be different. Don't think like the pack. Be unique. Be yourself. And people love that. People like leaders that are authentic. So I want to introduce you to somebody, and I just hope this is going to work now. So let's see what we can do. I'll introduce you to Bonnie. You know, I asked her to talk because she's inspired me with her vision. She's inspired me with her walk in this business. And I really hope she can get on the call and you can hear her, because she's had challenges since 20+7 to get to be heard. So I'm going to hand you over to Bonnie. Bonnie, are you there? Are you?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. Bonnie, go for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure. Nola, thank you for asking me to talk this evening. Nola has asked me to share my vision, the vision that I had when I started the business, I'll say the first time. In order for me to do that, I need to tell my story, which makes me vulnerable, and I don't like being vulnerable. I don't like talking about me, and I don't like talking about my business, but this is what we need to do in network marketing. We need to tell our stories. It's vibrating. Is somebody else talking? Can you hear me now? Nola, can you hear me?
Charlene, it's.
Can I carry on talking? Can you hear me? Okay. So when I left school, I went to a finishing school and a modeling academy. And then I decided that I wanted to do something more meaningful. And so I went to Edgewood Training College. And while I was there, I met the man that I married a few years after that. And he said that he didn't want me to work. So I left Edgewood and I became a photographic model for Randall Brothers. It was wonderful. I used to wear lots of diamond-studded jewelry all the way up my arm, these beautiful Piaget watches, etc. But eventually, you know, we got married, and 14 years down the line, I had 3 daughters. I was about 35, 36 years old, but I never had 1 cent to my name. And I absolutely hated that. I really did. It was just an awful feeling not to have any money of your own. And I was introduced to the business, and virtually straight away, I saw the power of this business. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could do it at all, but that actually didn't worry me one little bit, because I had such a strong desire to try and change our circumstances. You know, I drove a vehicle that used to break down. We couldn't afford to have our car serviced. So this was just an incredible opportunity that had been presented to me. So I joined, and because I had such a strong vision and such a strong goal, very quickly I actually became a 2 Ruby director. And I believe at today's figures, I'd probably be earning about 35,000 Rand to 40,000 Rand a month. And that absolutely changed our lives. You know, I remember buying my children a lovely wardrobe of clothes. They'd come home from school and there'd be these lovely clothes on their bed. I bought myself a brand new Ford Telstar vehicle. I had some wonderful overseas trips with the company. We went to Singapore, Malaysia, we went to London. When we were in London, we stayed at the London Hilton Hotel, and that was the most incredible treat. I remember the breakfast, they were actually the best I've ever had. I think we had, you know, juicy crayfish and these succulent prawns and strawberries that were just amazing. And then as my children grew older, 2 of them went to university, to UCT. The one became a doctor. My youngest daughter got a few degrees. So it just absolutely, you know, changed our lives. For me, it was a fairy tale. It was a dream that came true. And, you know, I love telling that story, because I think it was quite a success story. But it all happened because I had this incredible opportunity, which is Neolife. I had the vehicle that could take me wherever I wanted to be. And I had a very strong vision and a burning desire. So I'm going to say that that is my chapter 1. There is a chapter 2 to this, but I've only got 5 minutes to talk. So I'm not going to talk about chapter 2 tonight. So I hope that that's helped you in some way.
I would love you to chat about chapter 2. You've got time. Because I think
No,
chapter
you know.
2 is the encouragement one. You know, because life gets in the way for all of us. And there might be people on the call that are in their chapter 2 and don't know which way to turn.
No, thank you. It was so off-putting talking there, because I could just see somebody's face and I wasn't sure if any of you could hear me or not. So
No,
I hope
you're
good.
going well, Bonnie. Go well. Just carry on with your chapter 2.
Okay, I hadn't actually prepared chapter 2,
No, that's
but
good. Just do it. It's from your heart. It's your story.
Okay. What happened was life happened. Life got in the way. And I had what I will call a sabbatical of 15 years. And during that sabbatical of 15 years, not 1 month ever went by that I didn't earn money from this business. And that for me was absolutely incredible. You know, they used to talk about residual income. Well, I truly saw the power of residual income. And then I went to a convention in August 2019. So bear in mind, I hadn't been working the business for 15 years. And something happened to me at that convention. I didn't realize it at the time, but that was August. And by February, I fortunately became a director. And yeah, I haven't looked back since then. But you know, people come to retire, and I retired when I was 62, but people come to retire and I think we need to ask ourselves, what do we do then? We can travel, but how much can we travel? And let me tell you that I know without any doubt that most people who reach retirement age cannot afford to retire. And I was just trying to work out, and just very roughly with what I'm earning now, I would actually need to have 4 million Rand in the bank if I were to draw out 1,500 for every 1.5 million that I had, if that makes any sense to you. But basically, talking to my financial advisor, I would need 4 million Rand in the bank to be earning what I'm earning now after 1 year. Now, there's just no ways that I could ever have saved 4 million Rand in a year. So to me, this is the most unbelievable opportunity. There's nothing about it that isn't incredible. It's not always easy. There are challenges, and I have had challenges, but what absolutely keeps me in there is that I know it works, and I have this very strong vision of where I want to be in 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And it just fills me with hope every day, because I know that through this business, that can happen. Do you want to ask me any questions, Noel?
Bonnie, you did a good job. I wanted that chapter 2 in because, there's so many people that life gets in the way. Their direction, you're forced to change what you're doing, but you never lost the Neolife benefits. As you say, it paid you throughout your sabbatical, where you had to try other things because of your circumstances. And you came back realizing what you were coming back to, and that I remember you coming back and you said, I've got a vision. I'm excited again. I'm going to do this. And you are. And so, it's not just this amazing success story. It's a success story with a great big donga in the middle. So if you come across people that have reached that sort of thing, my donga, Rory's and my donga was right at the beginning of our journey. And it helped us climb out of the donga. You fell in the donga, and it's helped you now reestablish yourself, build a future for Kathy and yourself, etc., and it's exciting. And I want to thank you for putting yourself out there and sharing that story. Really good. Thank you, Bonnie. We're going to now go on to the next part of this. To follow on is basically, as a leader in your business, there are some skills that you need to learn, you need to do. And a very, very capable lady, Antoinette's going to talk to us, because she also has huge vision. She's always had a vision. She's always fought for her vision. She's always been, driven by her vision. And she has, like Bonnie, has great gratitude in what the business has done for her, and also for what it's done for people that she's introduced, and so it is just a good story. So, and can I hand over to you? Can you unmute yourself? There you are. Thank you very much. Great.
Thank you, Nola. Good evening, everybody. To love what you do is a big blessing in life. What I do is not what I chose or what I was trained for. It's what God chose, and that is always the best path to walk. 15 years ago, this was a decision I made, not knowing how this was going to work, but it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I very soon realized that there were special skills needed to do this business. And as leaders and leaders of your teams, I want to talk to you tonight and give you some information. I hope you've got pen and paper, that you can take something with you, because I'm going to go very practical. Number one, Nola spoke about leadership, and that you first have to lead yourself. Now, there's a couple of points there. You know why you chose this business. You know why you want to do that. That's the first point. Then it's a decision that you made that you're not going to look back. When I burnt my bridges and I took on Neolife, I knew this would work. And that was the start. As a leader, your attitude is very important. You have to be motivated. You have to know where you're going. That vision is important. And then I want to add to that tonight, you have to be disciplined. There's a certain input that you have to do to give you the expected outcome. If it was a job that you chose, you would have been forced to drive through the traffic, get to work, and get home tonight and sell your hours for a specific salary. There's a price to this freedom that you embarked on. And I want to call that price time, which is a commodity nobody has, not one of us. But if you're married and you decided to get married and somebody told you, but that's going to eat all the time that you have in your life, you would have laughed at them. So here, it just becomes part of what you do and who you are. You can be busy with another job. This becomes part of your day, of what you speak, and in that, you build your business. The third point I want to mention is you've got to learn. I knew nothing. I had to learn about the products. I arrived at my sponsor's home. My sponsor was actually not even involved. She didn't know anything. So she passed me on to Rory, and I arrived at Nola and Rory's doorstep, and I was like a sponge. They couldn't get enough information to feed me. I went home, I listened to DVDs, I read, I just wanted to know more about the product. And we didn't have internet in that stage. What did I do with my first check? It was 98 Rand. The manual with everything that you have online today cost me 95 Rand. And that is where I spent my first rebate, because that knowledge that I wanted was that important to me. At that stage, just for my own benefit, I wanted to know what these products were doing for me because I felt $1 million. Okay, so that's the products. Then the system. You've got to know something about the system. You've got to know how it works, how you order, how you pay, and how you earn. One thing that I want to throw in here is, if you're in my team, excuses don't work for me. Excuses doesn't work in this business. Rory always says you can make money or you can make excuses, but you cannot make both. So when you're motivated and you're going forward and you're enthusiastic, those excuses fall by the wayside. You find the time and you get excited and you get the knowledge. Last point here, under self-leadership. This is going to encourage you. Don't do it on your own. This business, you've got a sponsor, you've got somebody that cares about you, wants to help you, would be on your doorstep 24/7 if they could. They're there for you. They will answer any questions. They'll take you by the hand. They'll lead you. They'll give you the skills and they'll help you. I will teach you to do what I do. And that's what this call is about, that you can lead yourself to be able to duplicate that to people under you. So you've firstly got a sponsor, and then you've entered network marketing. That was your choice. So you need to network. Don't try and do this on your own. Get people to join you. It's okay to sell a couple of products, but the sooner you start building a network, sponsoring people under you, that it also got the opportunity that you have, that will bring you the biggest benefit. So that just about leading yourself and being a leader. Then the second point I want to mention here is the task. What is the task if you start with Neolife? The task is 3 daily success habits. It's you know it by heart, you hear it all the time. Everybody tells you that. What are they? Use the product, share the product and the opportunity, and then personal development. But how? And that's where I want to go tonight, is how, not just what, but exactly how. Now, the first point, use the products. In the beginning, I didn't have money to use all the products. I used Tree and Aloe Vera Plus. That was it. But I knew that there was much more that I could use. I could build my immunity. I could get over stress levels. I could fix hormones. I could do a lot of things that was important to me. I didn't have the money to buy the product, but I took my product catalog and I took a pen and I marked everything that I would like to buy if I had the money. What did I do? I took those products into my heart and started reading about them, started believing in them, and I could speak about them because I believed in them already. Today I have them all, but I didn't in the beginning. You might also be in that situation. So yeah, that's if you start using the products and get behind the products, you'll soon have a testimony. And in this business, it's very important to have a story to tell. I can tell people about a business story, a product story. What is a story? How do you tell a story? I had stomach ulcers. I wanted to get rid of the pain. I took Tree and aloe vera, and within 2 days, the pain was gone and I had energy. It's not a long story. It's quick. It's 3 sentences. Where I was, what I did, how I feel now. I was boxed into a company that gave me targets. They would have killed me. I left, joined Neolife, and today I'm free. And the earnings potential is vast. That could be a business story, whatever your story. And if you don't have a story, you can use my story if you want to. Just use a story, but the story is not a long story. You don't want to take the floor. You want the client to talk to you. So you keep it short, 3 short sentences, and you tell something. The story that you tell has to relate to their need, to what that person needs. So you adapt your story according to the person and the circumstances. Okay, so that's why you use the products, to build that belief and to get a testimony or a story. Then we go to the second point of the 3 daily success habits. It says share. Share the products. How do you get to know the products and which products? I'm going to give you a secret here tonight. What opened my eyes to this company was they didn't try and sell me a bunch of vitamins. They sold me a food supplement that did much more for my body than just address one symptom. We talk food. We talk whole grains, fruit and vegetables, fish. That's the difference here. And if you have to go and find knowledge about the product, that's what you read. You read about threonine, carotenoids, and omega-3. Just that. You can go broader later. You can read about the skincare, you can read about the Super 10, but you start there. And if you talk to people about products, it's going to be one of those 3. That's your starting point, and you can add on to that. So your task of spending time getting to know the products is not a lot, because you just need the basics. All right. I heard something yesterday evening on the director's call from Rico Brown from the USA. He said, if you do not understand cellular health, that's what we're about. It's about the health of your cells, every cell in your body functioning the way it should. Then you will forever be looking for sick people that you can help. We're looking for people to be well, to have good cellular function and a body that stays well. We're in the health industry, and that's what you do. When you come forth with your TRIN, your omega-3, your carotenoids, that's what you do. Cellular energy, cellular health, a healthy body that will address anything that's not right. So that's where you focus. All right, that's about the products. Then about the system. You need to know how to order, the ways in which you can order. Online is always king, but how do you order? Whoever you're dealing with, you have to be able to tell them what would be the easiest way for them to order, the ways to pay, and then know the system. What can you earn? People will join you because they will have an amount in mind that they can earn. And that you need to confirm with them, is that there is big earnings. If you're going to only sell a couple of retail products, you're going to earn only a little bit of retail profit. But the residual income that Bonnie was talking about here is vast. It's rebates that come. When I received my first rebate, I remember I didn't know where it came from because I was making profit, a little bit of profit. But now, so I was buying at a discount and making profit. So what was this? And I went back to find out how the rebates worked, because if I could get 98 Rand, I could get 98,000 Rand if I found out how it worked. So I'm still on my way, but I'll get there, right? In which other job can you say that? So, yeah, that is, you've got to build the network to give you the full benefit of your residual income. So this business works because the products work. No, these more tasks that I just want to look at in achieving the how, working with the 3 daily success habits. The use the products is easy, that's you. But now the share the products, that is with the people that you connect with. So let's have a look at that. So the first thing that you need is a names list. You can't put 5 people on that list. You have to grow that list. Start with 50 names. On your cell phone is how many names? 250,000? Don't just take the cell phone and think you've got the names. Draw names from that cell phone and write them down with a comment next to the name. Why are you writing them down? What compliment can you give them when you contact them? If your names list is strong, you will have a strong business because you'll never put pressure on somebody to join you. You only support them. So have a long list, a good list. Now, how do you connect with the people on that list? Because what your task is here, you want to find clients, you want to find people to join you, distributors, and you want to know how. So how do you connect with those people? What helped me a lot was a way to connect is greet them. That means ask questions. Get to know the person. Because in your asking questions, you're steering them in a specific way. You're asking about their health. You're asking about their family and the family health. Everybody is using supplements nowadays. What do they use? Why do they use what they use? Why do they choose that? Just get the information from them. Then you can say, I've got something to show you. If it's business, lots of people are looking for extra income or for income. So ask questions and listen. You've got 2 ears. So use your listening skills to identify a need. The minute you identify a need, you say to the person, I think I've got something that can help you. And then you make a formal invite. You say, if we connect, now this can be online, this can be with your sponsor, this can be at a coffee shop, whatever the connection is going to be. Can we meet? Can I discuss this with you? Would you be interested? And that's your formal invitation. I always say to my people, you're not trying to sell a lipstick on a street corner. You're trying to talk to people about their health. This is serious. So find out their need and then say, I've got something that I think can help you. And then you say, can we meet? Then I will show you. I need 20 minutes of your time. And if you're new in the business, that is the time you turn around to your sponsor and you say, I need help. Okay. And the sponsor will be right there with you to do the meeting with you or train you exactly in what to say. I've got people in my team that before they phone a client, they would phone me and explain everything to me and say, what do I say? And I would say, you say this and you say that. Doesn't mean they're going to do it exactly, but we're behind you to give you the skills and teach you how to work. Now, what I also want to teach you tonight is you can have a names list, you can connect with people, you can even start signing up people. But the day you learn to present, that day, you will build a strong network. In the beginning, it's daunting. You might go and sit down and not know what to say or forget what to say. Or you might ask your sponsor to do the first presentations with you, especially if it's business. Please use your sponsor to help you with that. But I'm going to give you 4 steps for presenting product to somebody that's got a product need. And I'm going to give you 4 steps to present business to people that want to earn money. So if you can take notes of this, it's easy. It's something that you can go and practice. Do it in the mirror with your child, with your husband, whatever. Just go practice this on them. Let's start with a product. If people are going to buy this product, what do they want to know? They want to know that the product is good and that it's proven to be good. So give them that. Okay, what do I tell people? I say to them, Neolife has been around for over 60 years and it's a huge company. It's in over 50 countries. Then I'd immediately tell them our difference. That's point 2. Our difference is that our products are made of whole food and the results are scientifically proven to benefit your body. So they know I'm not talking nonsense. Okay, so the difference of the Neolife products is that they're made of whole food and that they've scientifically proven to work for your body. Number 3 is I say to them, we've got a scientific advisory board that formulates our products and they've been working since the early 70s. You can say much more than that, but keep it simple. So we've got a scientific advisory board of leading scientists from all over the world. The 4th point is the world is fighting chronic disease. And we've got the answer. All the health organizations worldwide says that you need weight management, physical activity, and a diet rich in whole grains, fruit and vegetables, and fish. Our flagship products are 3-in, cold pressed whole grains, carotenoids, fruit and vegetables, and omega-3, disease-free fish. So that's what we do. So we can help you. There's no reason for chronic disease. And then by that time, they most probably are going to share with you what their biggest need is, or you can ask them, or you might know because you're presenting to them and you have identified their need. Mine was stress and stomach ulcers. So it was TNN that I needed. My mother also needed energy. She was in her 70s at that stage. I didn't give her that. I gave her omega-3 that brought down inflammation and helped her with her arthritis. That was her main concern. Do you see how you choose for somebody? I know we've got Pro Vitality. If you gave me Pro Vitality in those days that I didn't have money, I would have run a mile. So you had to start me slow with one product. I mean, I can double dose on Pro Vitality, and I don't even think it costs money. But that's how I think today. So be sensitive to your client and give them what they need. But have you got those 4 points? You jot them down. Okay, because that's how you present. You first have to bring the proof. So you say, we're over 60 years old and we're in over 50 countries. Our difference is whole food and scientifically proven to work for your body. We've got a huge scientific advisory board of masters in their field that works on our products. And then, fighting chronic disease, we have got the answer for a healthy body. It lies in weight management, exercise, and a diet rich in whole grains, fruit and vegetables, and fish. So that's your product presentation. Did that help you? Now let's look at the business presentation. You are now dealing with somebody that wants to earn money. You're not going to tell them about the products. You're just going to say, this business is about the products and these are the products we use. I'll show you that just now. But let's see what you need to do because to earn money. So the first question I normally ask them is, if you retire or if you have to resign from the job you're doing now, you stop doing what you're doing right now, how much will you earn at the end of next month? If the answer is naught, then I think this is the right business for them. Because we heard what Bonnie said there. She had a 15-year break and never stopped earning. That's the power of residual income here that you build with Neolife. So that's the first thing. People immediately realize that they need the business and you can help them. The second point that you say is you want your own business. You want freedom of time. You want the freedom to earn as much as you can. But there's one thing that we need to add to that, because if I'm a professional doctor, I still just earn what my hours allow me. So if I stop, I also don't earn. So there's something more that you need to look at. And that something more is to be able to multiply time. That you work 6 hours a day, 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week, whatever it is. But the input from a lot of effort is much more hours, and you get paid a small percentage on a lot of effort. Right, so all you say there is you need to be in your own business and you need to be able to multiply time. That's all you need to say, nothing extra there. The third point, you can say health is a trend. We all buy health products. So in this case, you join as a distributor, you join Neolife, and you buy your products at a discount price. If you sell products, you earn profit, but you also earn rebates and residual income by networking. All right, by talking to other people, by sharing the business, whichever words you want to use there. Okay, and then the fourth thing, they now know they can earn money. They know it's going to be residual, but they have no clue what to do. So now you've got to tell them what they need to do. That's your fourth point. What do they need to do? 3 daily success habits. Okay, we've got 3 daily success habits. That is your task. That's what you need to do. What are they? Use the products. We're going to choose products for you now. And then we share the products and we share the opportunity. How? Like I taught you now, you're going to teach them. You're going to be their sponsor. You're going to walk the road with them and help them find their first clients and distributors. So that's the second point. We're going to share the products and the opportunity. And then I will help you build skills. And you need to build skills that you can do this business and earn the residual income that you want. So I hope that helped you. You've got how to present the products in 4 steps, how to present the business. You've had in 4 steps now. I'm going to go through them again. If you retire, if you stop working next month, how much will you earn at the end of the month? If the answer is naught, we need to look at Neolife. Second point, if you want an independent business that can give you the money you need to be your own, have your own business, and you need to multiply time. The third point, health is a trend. So what you do here is you join Neolife and you order at a discount price, you sell and you make profit, and then you make rebates by joining people to do the same. And then number 4 is our task, 3 daily success habits. Okay, so that's how you present the business in 4 very easy steps if you talk to somebody. Just to end off, if you had a shop and you had 2 or 3 clients popping in now and again, and you had 2 or 3 products on the shelf, you might earn a couple of rand. The same here. You need a lot of people to build a strong business, but it's easy because you work with one person at a time, build a relationship, build it strong, retain them, make them strong in the product. Then you've got a names list in the background, you work with a second person. If you're busy with a job, you can only do so much in a day. If you are free and you can move faster, you work with more people and you'll build faster. But it's all about building people in your network. Yeah. You will find 3 kinds of people when you connect with people from your names list. And they will identify themselves. They will either be a client of yours, not internet connected or whatever, or they just want the product. That's it. Help them to order it on your website or order it for them and get it to them. Company delivers. Right, so that's a client. Or you get a wholesale client, somebody that says, I want these products, I'm going to use them long term, I've got a big family and I need to buy for them all, I'll have it at your price. I want to join and order. And they'll do that. They're not interested in the network. That was me. I realized I needed these products. I was going to get them cheaper and that was it. Right, so that's the second kind of person. And then the third person is the person that you've presented the business to. They need money. So they want to be a business builder. So you teach them the skills and you take them through the marketing plan. Okay, so those are the 3 kinds of people that you will come across. You stand outside the box, you listen to their needs, and you only give them what they want at that stage. Right, but watch out for those 3 kinds of people. Then, if you're a leader, it means you duplicate the team. You duplicate yourself all the time with the same skills as you're using. You teach them. You use that simple steps, the 3 daily success habits, over and over into many people that you build under you. The second thing that's very important, you cannot build this business without it, is belief. Once you've made a decision, you believe in yourself, you believe in your products, and you believe in your company. There isn't a company like Neolife. You will not find a marketing plan like this. These products do not have their equal. I don't know the other products out there. I don't need to know them because there's nothing like us. And I know, well, I've got to do this. I want to do this. And I believe I can do this. And I am doing it. So that's the strength that I want behind you if you're going to build a business. And the last point is my slogan, personally. What is success? It's a positive attitude that nobody can break. It's enthusiasm, like I feel about this company and this business. And a little bit of added effort. And that will give you success. Thank you very much. Go out there and build the business.
Fantastic. Antoinette, fantastic. Well done indeed. You had really some beautiful practical skills which you delivered so clearly. You can see Antoinette's background is that of a maths teacher, and she just gets everything in little boxes and makes it all very, very clear indeed. And thank you so much for the time you invested tonight for everyone, sharing your knowledge and skills. Bonnie, thank you for your wonderful story. That story is so powerful that the business stood the test of time through her tough period, and she's now back into it. She's picked up the reins and she's running with it strongly and going in a positive direction. And that's fantastic. Bonnie, thank you for your input. Another strong woman, both very strong ladies. I'd like to thank my dear wife, a very strong woman who is an amazing person. So thank you, Noel, as well. Right, so good evening, everyone. This is a leadership school. I'm going to be talking tonight a little bit about the big picture. I hope that's of value to you. But starting off, I'm going to recap a lot of things which have already been said, but obviously they're important if they've been said before. In 10 years' time, you're going to arrive somewhere. Have you ever thought about where will you be this time? Well, now from here, 10 years hence, you're going to arrive somewhere. The question is where? We can't predict the future, but we can create and influence the results of our future. We can do that. If you've got an opportunity such as Neolife, you can influence the direction of your future. So the first key, I believe, is knowing exactly what you want out of life. And that's the one which most people stumble over because they've never taken the time or effort to define what they want. And where the mind goes, reality follows. So if you haven't got a clear picture of what you want, that's the reality you're going to produce. So what is it that you want out of life? And then decide what you want out of your Neolife business specifically. And Ant has touched on this. You could either come in for a small opportunity of just wholesale customer, a medium business where you build an income of 5,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, or you could have the big picture in mind and want to build a large business. So you either can make pocket money out of it, or you can, in fact, make it your primary income source. You can actually, as what happened to us in our lives, it became our career path. So what do you want out of Neolife? And, that's very important that you clarify those two things. The next thing is, I believe in life, there's no such thing as luck. Everything is a result of your thoughts, your commitment, and your actions of the past. So you become lucky because of those thoughts, commitments, and actions. Nola touched on it right in the beginning, those 10 little words that are so important. If it is to be, it is up to me, no one else. Okay, so take charge of your own destiny. Those are 10 powerful words which you need to use. So tonight I want to talk about the big picture and what it takes to get there. Just some ideas I want to share, and I'm going to dig in a little deeper tonight than I normally do. But it's good that you have a big picture, because some people will look at this and say, oh, they're talking of 10,000 Rand a month. That's chicken feed. Sure, it is. For others, it's important. But I want to give you the broad brush, the big picture look at it tonight and see what it could actually mean for you. Okay, so A motivational goal that we've had in the back of our mind. What is your current annual income? Let's just give you a figure. Let's take any figure. Let's say your current annual income is 300,000 Rand per annum. Okay. I would like you to write down a goal to make your annual income your monthly income. That is possible. It sounds like a long shot, but it is indeed possible. So what are you currently earning annually? Write it down. Make it a goal to make that your monthly income. It is possible, providing you apply the Neolife business to your life at a very deep level. Okay. So believe you can, and to mention this as well, believe that Neolife is the right vehicle. Okay. In other words, you've got to eliminate doubt in what you're doing and doubt in yourself. You know, I think back to the day that I was approached. Nola touched on it. I'm just going to dig in a little deeper there. A man called Horace Painter. I had just done some work for him with my new little business. And he said to me, Rory, would you like to make some big money? What a question. I said, sure. But at the back of my mind, I went to see this business just to almost get Horace off my back, almost to do him a favor. Little did we know what gift had been presented to us. I call it a gift because that gift radically changed us as people in every aspect of our lives. So what you've got is a gift that you can share with other people, and it's vitally important. I want to talk a little bit about the Neolife compensation plan. Okay, and the compensation plan is nothing more than a fair way of sharing profits amongst the people. He who does the work gets the pay. On the other side of the coin, he who does no work gets no pay. You know, a normal job, they'll give you a salary. Okay, we don't give salaries, but we give you the opportunity to write your own check, your own salary value. The compensation plan is nothing short of brilliant, and you need to get to know it and understand it. Now, if we have a look at a few little things here, and I'm going to just move this back here. What Antoinette said, through your daily success habits, there's a position that we call becoming, well, there you are. I hope you can see that. There you are. There is a position, that's your business, and through your daily success habits, very soon you'll build a business doing 250 points. We know that. That's between your own personal usage and a few customers. The goal is to talk to people, share the opportunity, and find 3 people who are like-minded and get them to do the same, build 250-point businesses. You now have 1,000 points. The compensation plan will pay you 10%. You get yourself about 1,000 Rand to the benefit, okay? But the key is to continue those 3 success habits and keep developing and teach John, Mary, and Jane to do the same thing. And all of a sudden, they build themselves a 1,000-point business, the same as you. So you're doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So what I'm talking about in this game plan today, the critical thing to it is to become what we call a fully qualified director. A director who's fully qualified is a person doing 4,000 points per month, and it's made up of these little 250-point units. That's how it's created. You've got about 15 people then doing 250 points. That's your 4,000, and you are now a fully qualified director. The income potential there is 8 to 10, maybe 12,000 Rand a month. Okay, but that is the starting point, and we call this a fully qualified unit. You want to build yourself a fully qualified unit. Now, from there, once you've done that, this is where you go. You continue doing the same thing. When you're working with these people and building in new people into your team, along the way, someone, let's say it's John here, John moves down and becomes a fully qualified director himself. So now you're a fully qualified director. John's a fully qualified director. Collectively, you'd be doing 10,000 points per month. That is what we call being a sapphire director. And a sapphire director has the income potential of 25,000 Rand per month, somewhere in that vicinity. Okay. So you are fully qualified. John is fully qualified. So he's your first fully qualified unit. If we continue, what if you start doing this? You now have 1, 2, 3 fully qualified units. You now move up to being what we call a 1 Ruby director. Your income potential at that level is definitely between 30 to 40,000 Rand per month. Okay. You, by the way, will be doing a volume of at least 30,000 Rand in your team. What if you went on to continue? That's a 2 Ruby director. That is a 3 Ruby director. A 3 Ruby director has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fully qualified directors underneath him. His potential income there is minimum of 50 to 60,000 Rand per month. And so we're beginning to shape up. As you keep building, I'm just going to add some more. When you've got 6 of these, you become a 4 Ruby director, which is our president's team. They normally earn in the vicinity of 100,000 Rand. And now we're beginning to build a serious business. So the key to this business is to build wide, because the wider you build, the greater the profit. But also to build deep. The deeper you go, the greater the stability of your organization. Because this brilliant compensation plan that I'm talking about covers all bases. You have basically 4 areas of income. Your first one is retail, which you know about. The second is your sales volume bonus, which is from 3 to 25%, making you a fully qualified director. But as a fully qualified director, you start now earning a leadership bonus. The leadership bonus can go up to 6% on the first level, 4% on the second level, 4% on the third level. That is the most powerful income stream you'll ever have. That is very powerful. Where you earn 6% on all of your first levels, 4% on your second level, and 4% on your third level. That's the maximum of that. Now, what happens after 4? We've got what we call an infinity bonus. We call it a network development bonus, where you can get up to plus 3%, no matter how deep that organization goes. And we have this incredibly sophisticated computer system that calculates this every single month. And within 4 days after the month, then boom, it's in your bank account. Isn't that exciting? So what we said is, if you're earning 300,000 per annum and you want to earn 300,000 on a month-to-month basis, good, become a 2 diamond director. That's the way it works. Okay. How big do you think? Okay. Now, I know talk is cheap, but this can actually happen and has happened for people. And I have a saying, if it is to be, why not me? Okay. You've got to understand, to make this sort of thing happen, there's what we call the success cycle of life. You have to understand. You have a dream. From that dream, you've got to go through the struggle. There's always a struggle. And going through that struggle will bring about a victory. And that's where you're headed, to bring about that victory within your life. So leadership is someone who has a team who follows him, and leadership requires you to make a decision to no longer tolerate mediocrity. No longer tolerate mediocrity. You've got to say, hey, I'm beyond that. I want to go out and create wealth. So what I want you to do is to take hold of what you have in your hands, your Neolife opportunity. Take hold of this. It is the solution. Take hold of the Neolife program and go pro with it. In other words, become a professional at what you're doing. A couple of little things you need to know along the way. Resolve to have a positive attitude in all situations. Have faith and high expectation. In other words, become a merchant of hope and a beacon of light for other people. People follow people who know where they're going in life. So have that expectation and become a merchant of hope. Invest in yourself, in your personal growth, invest your time into the business, and invest some capital in your business. Any business needs capital. And Antoinette put it so beautifully. In the beginning, she could afford a tree and N. Today, she thinks nothing about using a Pro Vitality 2 a day or whatever it is, because she's invested money back into her business. It's good to carry. If you come to my house or any of our successful distributors, we have a fridge in our downstairs office, which is full of product. We keep it in a fridge. But we have people coming in and out daily, ordering product from us. Now, if we didn't have that product, it would be a heck of a schlep trying to secure it. So invest some capital in your business, carrying stock. In other words, get organized. Invest in your business. The next thing is develop what I call a millionaire's mentality. A millionaire's mentality. Can you hear me? I think you can, right? A millionaire's mentality.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, sorry, I've just touched the button there. A millionaire's mentality is simply where you keep your expenses as low as possible and get your profits maximized as much as possible.
I'm still not sure about that.
I've pushed a button here somewhere. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
Where are we? How can I get off this thing? Okay. Anyway, so get that millionaire's mentality. The next thing is to adopt the principles and the values of Neolife. Adopt those values. If you go into your literature which you received, you'll notice that the very first page speaks about the Neolite values. Those values are like the guidelines, the track on which your business is going to run. We adopted those values and it changed our thinking habits as people, and it led us to success. Okay, it made us goal-orientated. It made us care about other people. So adopt the Neolife values, and above all, be humble, pray for wisdom, and just thank your Creator for all the benefits you got every single day. Be humble, pray for wisdom, and thank your Creator. A little poem I came across, which I love. Often your tasks may be weary, even more than you think you can endure. Often the road seems bumpy and the hills insurmountable too. But faith is a mover of mountains and anything you think you can do. So start off right now with faith in your heart and climb till your dreams come true. And that's going to make a big difference to you in your life. We want to thank you for the time you've invested tonight. I hope you've got some value. I would like you to take hold of this Neolife opportunity that you've got seriously and make it your business to go pro and make a success out of your life, because your life and your success can help thousands of people. Your failure helps no one. So thank you. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Nola. And thanks to each and every one of our wonderful distributors. We love you all. And it's just great to have you as part of the Neolife family.